If you are able, please remain standing for the presentation of colors by the Delaware Military Academy Honor Guard.
Nice.
You may all sit down. My name is Jamie Zingaro. For the past 10 years, the Newark Morning Rotary, in cooperation with the City of Newark, has created this Flags of Heroes display and event. Originally, we created a display of flags in front of the Newark Municipal Building. For the past 5 years, we've been at our current location and are now flying over 500 flags. This event holds special significance for our community. To date, we have raised over $145,000 and been able to provide donations and support to the following organizations: Aetna Hose Hook and Ladder Company, Beds for Vets, Delaware Military Academy, Delaware Military Museum, the PAL Newark, Project Healing Waters, Stockings for Soldiers, Stop Soldier Suicide, USO Delaware, Veterans Watchmaker Initiative, Wreaths Across America, and we've honored scholarships in honor of Evelyn Hayes and Don Newcomb for the work they've done. As Rotarians, we recognize the importance of service above self, and this event enables us to recognize the service of others as well as supporting local organizations. I'd now like to introduce today's keynote speaker, Josh Loper. Josh was born with the love of history and started his career in museum work and historical education history. He started working his way through different museums and museum jobs in 1988 as a training docent and floor sweeper. He's an honored graduate of the Delaware Military Academy, graduating in 2008 with a degree in strategy and a minor in logistics. He attended several colleges and universities to earn his bachelor's degree and master's degree programs. His almost 30 years in the field of history and education have now led him to his dream job, that of working at the Delaware Military Museum. Currently, Josh is the executive director of the museum and is working on his latest book, The Battle of Cooch's Bridge, the second in a series to follow the Hale Burns House and the George Washington Witness Tree in the 1778 Brandywine campaign. Please join me in welcoming Josh Loper.
Good morning.
Good morning.
When I was contacted by the Newark Morning Rotary Club and asked to give the keynote address today, I was very excited and very honored. I would like to thank the Rotary for having me today, and also, as when I was younger, I went to a leadership seminar put on by the Rotary which is one of the many great works that they do, in which they attempted to cure me of my absolutely crippling fear of public speaking. We're about to find out if it worked. I would like to also, but especially, thank everyone for coming here today. It is only right, fitting, and proper that we do so. My name is Joshua Loper, and I have the privilege to be the Executive Director of the Delaware Military Museum, and I am honored to represent them today. I was unsure what to speak about today until something amazing happened. I always like to give speeches from the heart. I received an email last week from a young student who said they were being forced to write an essay in school about Veterans Day and, quote, how come veterans are important. This sixth grader seemed very skeptical of this fact. And the fact that I have the privilege of working at the museum that holds and takes care of the stories of the amazing sacrifices and heroism of the state of Delaware veterans, that didn't quite sit right with me that he would be bothered by this fact. So here is my answer to him. First, we have to define our question. What is Veterans Day? Well, to each family, that's something that is different. Some people attend ceremonies and parades. Some people visit family, have a group meal out for dinner. Some people sit home and watch the History Channel, and yet, unfortunately, some people sit home and do nothing. For myself, I believe my great-grandfather shaped how my family celebrates Veterans Day, and that begins with the war to end all wars. Before it was called Veterans Day, it was originally known as Armistice Day and was observed on November the 11th, 1919, the first anniversary of the Great War, the war to end all wars. The armistice between the Allied nations and the Central Powers went into effect, as we all know, on the 11th day of the 11th month of the 11th hour, and was a moment that was supposed to mark complete end to war in all of history and world peace. Please today thank as many veterans as you can. They have done so much for us over literally our 250 years as a country. The men and women of the United States Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Marines, Air Force, and Space Force, whether they are regulars, reserves, guardsmen, or serving in many other capacities, allow us to have the freedoms that we enjoy today. Everything they do is virtually a sacrifice, not just physically, not just mentally, but in life. A perfect example is this. I have a friend who is going to miss their child's first birthday because they are on deployment protecting our freedom. And it is these quiet sacrifices that veterans do for all of us every day that many times go completely unnoticed. These heroes throughout history have kept the United States and large sections of our world free because of this service and sacrifice. On this day, I ask you please, remember this and thank them. Thank you very much.
We are here today to honor many of our heroes from the past and the present. No disrespect to our veterans, but we have so many more that we can honor from ourselves, from our hearts. Those who are special teachers, those who are doctors, first responders, and many, many more. Each of us might have our own personal hero. So we have decided that it is also important not just to remember those who have served, but that we can help the younger generation learn from our heroes so that they might become someone's hero in the years to come. In November of 2023, the Newark Morning Rotary Club established a $2,000 Heroes Scholarship. The first was in honor of retiring Evelyn Hayes. Her recipient from Aspira Academy in Newark is currently studying nursing and medical programs at the University of Delaware with the goal of becoming a physician's assistant. Last year, we presented a scholarship in honor of retiring Don Newcomb. His recipient from Newark Charter High School is currently studying digital technology at Columbia University. This year's recognition is in memory of someone taken from us far too early. We barely had time to get to know Ryan McGinty before he was diagnosed with cancer. He continued to live life to the fullest as long as he could. Ryan found his calling in the theater, not in the limelight, but in the scenes as a sound engineer, designer, shaping the magic that brought performances to life. Known as the ultimate MacGyver, Ryan could find a way to solve problems. He also had a love of the outdoors, camping, hiking, and visiting the national parks, along with his wife and best friend, Amanda. In memory of Ryan, the 2025 Heroes Scholarship will be presented to a student majoring in environmental sciences, whether it be in conservation biology, wildlife management, policy, or administration. Thank you, Amanda, for bringing Ryan into our lives. His memory will live on. All right, this is our good friend Amanda.
It takes a team of individuals to achieve this Flags for Heroes display and fundraising event. This is a multi-month project for our club, and we couldn't have done it without the help and support of the following chairperson, Clinton Times. Clinton, fortunately or unfortunately, is on a cruise right now, enjoying himself with his family. But other members of the committee are here today. Cindy Viviano, John Horner, Lori Williams, Robin Brumal, Dan Seedor, Paul Keeley, Lynn Robinson, Lynn May, Stuart Lee, and myself. Not only did our morning club help to make this event a success, we also would like to thank the many other individuals who helped this. Councilperson Emil Brown is here today with us, Mayor Travis McDermott, Paula Ennis and the Newark Parks and Recreation team, who let us use Roundup this year to help make sure the holes were clear. We thank them for that. The newly formed Rotary Club of the University of Delaware, which is a university-level Rotary Club. Interact Clubs, which is a high school-level club at Delaware, Newark Charter School, and Aspira High School, as well as our many corporate and individual sponsors. Can you please join me now in a moment of silence to remember all those heroes for many, many years of service. So feel free to find the heroes and look at the names. Thank you so much, everyone.